Plaintiff George Weisgerber III is suing a boxing promoter for an appearance fee and production and transportation costs. George claims the defendant hired him to box in a celebrity boxing match, but then canceled the match at the last minute, causing him to incur expenses. Defendant and celebrity boxing promoter Damon Feldman claims George was so busy working on his own show that George never even showed up for the event, and Damon was forced to replace him.
Remain standing. The Honorable Judge Jeanine Pirro presiding. Please be seated.
All right. The plaintiff is suing a boxing promoter for production costs, an appearance fee, and transportation costs. And Damon Feldman is countersuing the plaintiff for ticket costs. Is that correct?
Yes. Correct.
All right. State your case, George.
Hi. Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is George Weisgerber. I'm a VH1 television personality. I also go by the moniker Tailor Made. I'm also a television producer and currently a campaign manager for my key witness, good friend and business partner, Kwame Smalls.
You're a television producer and a campaign manager?
Well, yes, my good friend Kwame Smalls is running for city council.
Yes, yeah. Yes,
all right, Kwame, I could tell by the fact that you stood up that you want to say something.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Kwame Smalls.
No kidding. This is the third time. You're Kwame Smalls. I know.
I just want to, make it clear.
How are you, Kwame?
Well, the second time, but I was featured on a reality show on VH1. I love New York too, and I Love Money too also. And I go by the name It. I'm running for city council.
You go by the name It?
It, yeah, because she says, you know what, you're the one, you're the best, you know what, I'm going to name you It. So that's what she named me. And I'm running for city council in District 26 in New York. And I'm hearing that you have a strong political field, and a district attorney. And that would be great if you can endorse me.
Let me tell you something, Kwame, also known as It. I ran for office 5 times. Here's the deal. I live in New York, and if someone named It got elected to public office, I'd move to Jersey. I wish you all the best. Sit down. It, sit. All right. Okay, now. Why are you suing him?
Thank you, Your Honor. So I was introduced to Mr. Feldman via my manager, and Mr. Feldman is a former boxer, and he's a celebrity.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
You're not a former boxer?
Before you go on saying who I am, can I tell you who I am?
Sure, but
my name is Damon Feldman.
I know, we already went through that. What's with all you? You need to tell me your name 3 times.
This guy's saying who I am.
You're Damon Feldman.
Yes.
You're George Weisgerber. You're It, and you're Dan Marone. I got it. I'm Judge Pirro. This is my bailiff, Doug.
Your Honor, I just wanted to set up, to let you understand why I'm here today. So I was introduced to Mr. Feldman. He's a boxing promoter. He's also indicated through the press that his dream is to promote pay-per-view executions.
Very untrue. Very untrue. In a newspaper article written about me, I said that it would be a moneymaker. I didn't say I wanted to do it. I did say it would be a moneymaker.
Tough stuff. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little goofy.
So why are you suing him?
So Mr. Feldman contacted me about participating in a celebrity boxing match. I agreed to do so. And we, Kwame and I, we have a production company, and we filmed a video. Basically, we were going to actually, in the centerpiece of our episode was going to be this fight. We had a great video. Actually, Your Honor, would you mind if I show you the video?
Yeah, but I want to hear from Damon first.
You have to.
Sure,
you have
absolutely.
To, please.
Okay, so you've decided that you're going to fight. Your name is Tailor Made. Who are you going to fight?
I was supposed to fight Rob Guarino. He's a Fox weatherman.
No.
I thought it would be very entertaining for the, I thought it would be very entertaining for our web series.
All right, go ahead. Hit it, Damon.
As I was walking in this courtroom, Your Honor, and I was really thinking, you're a real tough woman, but very, very beautiful. I got to say, you are very beautiful. Maybe you versus, Judge Judy.
Yeah.
Judge Judy and me?
You versus Judge Judy.
Have you ever seen how tough she is? I would never get in the ring with Judge Judy.
You will kill her with your looks then. That's all you need.
Well, thank you. Thank you. But that doesn't help you one bit.
I met George through a mutual agent that we knew. Unfortunately, his opponent pulled out, so Daniel Marodi, the celebrity tailor, took his place, so they were going to do the match.
You're a celebrity tailor?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. This is too good. Are you known as tailor-made?
Yes, that's correct.
Tailor-made versus the celebrity tailor.
It's
not exactly Tyson versus Holyfield,
me
is
on
it?
this. It was a custom fit. And I said, I definitely want to do it. So
Did you make your suit?
I did.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Sit down. Okay. Go ahead.
He came to the weigh-in. Everything was good. He got the instructions from the coordinator, Joe Parkinson, who I have a testimony here from, about when to be at the facility the next night. So
You show up?
Yes, I did. Actually, so I can prove that I showed up if I actually have video.
All right, let's see this
indicating he
video that
showed
he's
up.
talking about.
We arrived in Philadelphia 2 days before the event. We trained for the fight. Kwame trained me. That's actually at World's Gym. There's him with the Segway trying to
Making a
Is he
mockery out of
whipping
boxing.
you?
There's us in front of. Yes, he was just trying to get me to run faster. There's us on the
He's making
steps
a
of
mockery out of what we do.
Philadelphia Art Museum, the same steps that Rocky Balboa ran up when he trained. So we had a whole webisode devoted to this fight, and the centerpiose of
Did
the
you know
fight.
this was going to happen? They
Not
had a
at
whole
all.
webisode, as he
Not
calls it.
at all.
Did you tell him you were
Absolutely,
doing this
it was a
web
great cross-promotional opportunity. He was very
Where was the
enthusiastic
contract
about
Why
it.
is he denying it?
Because he's a liar. I mean,
He's
So
a
what
D-list
happened?
diva.
Okay,
You show up, you do this video.
Okay, so first we had a contract. The contract explicitly stated that he would pay me $1,000. He would provide a deposit of $250.
Is that true? $1,000 to fight? $250 deposit?
$1,000 to show up to the fight. Yes.
Okay, yes. So the contract stipulated he would pay me $1,000 for the fight, $250 to be paid as a deposit prior to the fight, the balance to be paid upon arrival. He was also to provide ground transportation and hotel accommodations.
Okay,
However,
plus local ground transportation. Everything he says is true.
However, leading up to the fight, first, my opponent changed. Then the day before, whereas Mr. Feldman was originally supposed to provide ground transportation, now he called and said, "Listen, can you provide arrange transportation on your own?"
Yeah, but you're already there.
Exactly.
Oh no!
You're already there. I just saw the video cam.
No, the night before we left, which we came 2 days prior, he contacted me and said, "You know what? I'll pay."
What is ground transportation?
Well, it was supposed to be a car to bring us from New York to Philadelphia and to escort us to.
I don't see that in the contract. Ground transportation. Local ground transportation. That means once you get to Philly, they pick you up at the hotel and take you to the fight.
The guy never showed up for the event. He put a black eye on celebrity.
So I showed up at the event as.
Whoa. He just said you didn't show up at the event.
Oh yes.
Did you show up?
Yes, I have video of
showed
me
up.
inside the arena.
Right.
And the contract explicitly states that I would be paid upon arrival, not after the conclusion of the fight.
It's just
now,
like
the contract says you'll be paid
what everybody
before.
else does. They get paid at the end one, so you show up.
Wait,
You didn't even
okay.
show up, so how can I pay you?
No. I'm glad you pointed that out. He said I would be paid at the end.
He
Your Honor.
was
Did you show
was
up?
paid $300
Yes, I did. He just said I'd be
in
paid at the end.
advance. His manager, whoever that was paid in advance $300 for travel, and we were going to. I said, listen,
Why'd you give him $300 for travel? Is that local ground transportation?
I gave him $300 cash. I said, listen, do me a favor. I gave this to you cash because we were talking for a while. He's a nice guy. And I said, look, I pay everybody at the event.
Dan the tailor, step up. What time did you get there?
I was there at about 6 o'clock. I know that he does not pay us, or we don't receive any funds until after the event.
At the venue, I was assaulted, and I actually have footage of that too.
By whom?
By the rowdy patrons that were at his event.
Why are they assaulting
They were
you?
rowdy
He didn't
because
box.
they didn't show up to
They didn't
fight.
show up to fight.
They were pissed. They wanted
And
their
we don't
money
even know
back.
who they are.
I had to
We don't know
return
these people.
46 tickets, which I
There
have
was
right
no
here.
organization at the event. There was no security. There was no.
You did not
again,
Let's see the
compete.
video.
This is leaving the venue.
Who's where?
I don't know.
I'm in the red shirt in
This
proper
is
attire.
fake. This has to be
Yeah.
fake.
If you rewind that,
This
you see
guy's
that
doing it for his own TV
I'm
reasons.
trunked up.
That's you?
And I think I'm.
You consider yourself a boxer?
Oh,
No,
my
I'm not.
God.
But I'm in athletic attire.
Fake.
Do you
hit
think
him.
he's setting that up for his video cam?
Yes, for his own
Yeah.
TV show. This
But
is
what's the purpose of
ridiculous.
But
seeing
then
me
why would he
getting beat
make
up by?
himself look like a wimp?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what he's doing.
So, I was a witness to that happen. I was standing
What were
there.
you a
So that's how
witness
you know
to?
it wasn't fake. I was standing there right
You guys
behind
are doing a TV show together. together? Because you went outside. I don't know why you were staying after that.
He just said I went outside, which shows that he knows that I was inside.
Outside from outside?
We're
Or
supposed
outside
to
from
be inside. You
Thank you. I
left.
appreciate that. Thank you.
You left.
Thank you.
Why was he outside?
So why? I told you, you have a future in politics. You can double talk with the best of them. Okay?
Hey, Your Honor.
Making sense right now.
Your
Yeah,
Honor.
no, you sit down because you're not making sense.
Can I say
Okay,
one
sit
thing?
down.
Well, after about, I would say, 3 fights, what was happening as the fights are going along, Joe Parkinson's coming to me and saying, your guy's not here yet. So all of a sudden he said, he's not coming in. I have to get you another fighter right now. So I'm like, okay. So of course they put me up with a 21-year-old.
Your Honor, may I just
After the
say-
fight,
You know
though,
what? If
Your
you
Honor,
guys had spent your time in the ring, we wouldn't be here. Now sit down.
Your Honor, I just
Sit down.
He did not
Sit
follow
down.
up.
My
That's
turn.
all.
I'm the referee. The issue is whether or not the defendant, Damon, is liable for breach of contract to George. There's no question that there is a contract here. The question is the interpretation of the contract. It makes it very clear that Damon is going to pay TaylorMade to fight Dan the Tailor for $1,000. And that he gets $250 first, and there's a back and forth on transportation. The contract says local transportation, but instead of $250, Damon, the defendant, gives $300, which the plaintiff is alleging is the transportation and not the $250 for the fight. Now, the question is whether or not the plaintiff and defendant entered into an agreement that was followed by either one of them. Now, here are the questions. Number one, plaintiff insists that he breached the contract because he said he wanted to be paid $1,000 on arrival. The defendant says, no, it is part of the boxing culture that you don't get paid until the end of the fight. Now, in addition, he says, hey, he didn't pay me for transportation, so I'm not getting in the ring anyway. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to get into the ring because he didn't follow the contract. The defendant says, wait a minute. They both agree to the contract, but as far as I'm concerned, this guy didn't even arrive. The counterclaim is that he paid all the people who expected to see a TaylorMade fight Dan the Tailor. He paid them because he said that TaylorMade didn't show up in the ring. I don't think you, even though you arrived in Philly and did your run up the stairs, and you don't even answer me.
I didn't
And
only arrive in Philly. I arrived at the venue, Your Honor. I was inside the venue.
You were outside
No,
getting
I was-
your lights knocked out.
That was-
It's probably
Your Honor,
better you didn't get in the ring.
Your Honor.
He said he came from outside.
Your Honor, my
A
witness.
street fight. That's what
He
he
said
wanted.
he said he went outside. He
That
said
means
you
so he
went
had to be
outside. I had to be inside.
Oh,
From
Kwame, be
outside.
quiet.
And Your Honor, Your Honor,
I was going to endorse you. No, I'm not going to
no,
endorse
Your
you
Honor,
anymore.
he said that you came outside.
Gentlemen,
How could I go outside if I was never
Let me explain
inside?
something to you. Once the evidence is in and the judge is making a decision, there's no sense fighting.
Well,
Okay, 'cause I'm gonna
Your
hold
Honor,
you
I
in
apologize.
contempt.
I didn't even have an opportunity to present all my evidence. Well, I'm also suing for. Right.
What would you like me to do, Your Honor?
Well, I'm like, well, I want you to throw them out, but I'm not quite ready yet.
Let me know.
You're winning on this, and I'll tell you why. Because there's nothing in the contract that says, number one, that you're going to be responsible if you don't show up, and there's nothing that says that he had to pay those people anyway. So at the end of the day, this is what we have. You do not win on the complaint. Now, you see, you're running out from me the way you ran away from the fight because you never
Exactly.
fought before, because you're not a fighter, and you would have lost had gotten rid anyway.
Thank you.
You know, apparently he left his dignity in that courtroom, and I think if he wants to try to regain it back, this is your chance to meet me again in the ring.
Well, the only way I would do it is if Mr. Feldman makes a $1,000 donation to the Grassroots Initiative and does that prior to when I arrive.
I'm not interested in promoting it, so that's it.